Hello, Pre-K. Happy Wednesday. It's so good to see you again. Today, we're going to talk about something new that we've never talked about before. We're going to talk about a story map. Now, what is a map? Have you ever seen a big map of the whole world? Or a big map of America? Or even a map of Chicago, because Chicago's a pretty big city. Just like maps tell us about places, story maps tell us about the books we read. So we're going to read a pretty easy story today that a lot of people have heard before, and maybe you have. And then after I read it, we're going to talk about the story map. We're going to read The Three Bears. You ready? Let's go. Once upon a time, there were three bears. A great big papa bear, a middle-sized mama bear, and a wee little baby bear. They all lived in a little house in the forest. They had three chairs. A great big chair for the papa bear, a middle-sized chair for the mama bear, and a wee baby chair for the baby bear. And upstairs there were three beds. A great big bed for the papa bear, a medium-sized bed for the mama bear, and a wee little bed for the baby bear. One morning, the mama bear made some porridge for breakfast. She filled a great big bowl for the papa bear, a middle-sized bowl for the mama bear, and a wee little bowl for the baby bear. But the porridge was too hot, so the three bears went out for a walk in the forest. That same morning, a little girl named Goldilocks was walking through the woods. She came to the three bears' house and knocked on the door. But nobody called, "Come in," so she opened the door and went in. Goldilocks saw the three chairs. She sat in the great big chair. It was too hard. The middle-sized chair was too soft. The baby chair was just right. But it broke when she sat on it. Now Goldilocks spied the porridge. "I'm hungry," she said. She tasted the porridge. The porridge in the big bowl was too hot. The porridge in the medium-sized bowl was too cold. The porridge in the wee little bowl was just right, so she ate it all up. Then Goldilocks went upstairs and saw the beds. The great big bed was too hard. The middle-sized bed was too soft. But the wee little bed was oh so nice. So Goldilocks lay down and went to sleep. Then, home through the forest and back to their house came the three bears, the great big bear, the middle-sized bear, and the wee little baby bear. The moment they stepped into the house, they saw that someone had been there. Said Papa Bear in his great big voice. "Someone has been sitting in my chair." "Land's sakes," said the Mama Bear in her middle-sized voice. "Someone has been sitting in my chair." "Oh dear," cried the baby bear in his wee little voice. "Someone has been sitting in my chair and it's broken it all to bits." They all looked at the table. "Humph," said Papa Bear in his great big voice. "Someone has been tasting my porridge." "And someone has been tasting my porridge," said Mama Bear. "Someone has eaten my porridge all up," said the baby bear sadly. Then up the stairs went the three bears with a thump, 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 and a trot, 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 and a skippy, skip, skip. That was the wee little baby bear. "Humph," said Papa Bear in his great big voice. Someone has been sleeping in my bed. And someone has been sleeping in my bed, said the mama bear. Oh dear, cried the baby bear in his wee little voice. And someone has been sleeping in my bed, and here she is right now. Goldilocks opened her eyes, and she saw 3 bears. Oh, said Goldilocks. She was so surprised that she jumped right out the window and ran all the way home. And she never saw the house in the forest again. The end. So now we've finished our 3 Bears book. Let's see. What is a story map? I have one here to show you. This is a story map. It's not too hard. Has plenty of space for you to draw pictures. So I'm going to explain each section. The setting is where our story took place. Do you guys know? I think you do. The characters are the characters in this book. There was 4 characters in this book. I wonder if you can draw them. Then we have the beginning of the story. What happened at the beginning? In the middle of the story, what happened in the middle? And then we have the end of the story. What happened at the end? So I sent this to you guys. I think you could do it by yourself. Draw in each of these little boxes each part of our story map. I also want to show you the different parts of the story. We've talked about these before in class. So this, the 3 Bears, is the title. And this is the front cover. And this is the back cover. Now, the author's name is right here. And it was illustrated by this person too. That means they did all the drawings. So usually the author is on the front page or the first page in the book. So those are the parts of the book. So I hope I get to see all of your story maps. Now, you can print this out, or you can draw this on a big piece of paper so you have lots of room to draw the parts of your story map. And you can read this with your favorite book too. You can do this with your favorite book too. I also sent these 2 pages if you want to get some more practice in. Sometimes people will ask, so Miss Roberts, you read that story, right? Can you tell me what it's about? And so I want to be able to remember what I read. That's an important part of reading too. So these 2 sheets will help you with that. I would love to see your work and maybe some story maps of your favorite books. Okay? I'll see you again soon. Great listening today, everyone.